In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Good morning. Yesterday we talked about fasting. Many people don't understand fasting. Fasting is not about trying to get God to do something for you. Oh Lord, if I would sacrifice like this, then surely you owe me something. You're going to do what I need you to do. That's not how fasting works. Fasting is all about getting the natural out of the way so that your spirit man can connect in a more intimate way with Spirit God. And so, absolutely, many times you'll see things in the spirit realm happening in the natural after or during a fast. Because Jesus said, pray like this, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Well, when you're fasting, your spirit man comes more alive and you start seeing the things of the kingdom and you know how to pray. How are you going to pray the will of God if you don't know the will of God? And so you fast to know the heart of God, to grow in your intimacy with Him. Jesus said, you pray for anything in my name and we'll do it. Well, how can you pray in Jesus' name if you don't know what Jesus' will is? And so fasting is all about being more united, your spirit man coming even more alive so that your intimacy with God is richer and more real even than it was before a fast. Today, we're going to look at a parable that Jesus told, and I fear that it's not understood in the pulpit today, wasn't understood by the Pharisees back then. We're in Mark chapter 2, and we're going to look at verses 21 and 22, and they say this, no one sews a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment. Otherwise, the patch pulls away from it, and the new from the old, a worse tear results. You put an unshrunk piece of fabric to patch a hole, and then you wash the garment, and that new part shrinks, the old doesn't, and so the shrink pulls away and makes the hole even worse than it was before. Verse 22, here's another one. No one puts new wine into an old wineskin. Otherwise, the wine will burst the skins, and the wine is lost, and the skin is lost as well. No, you put new wine into fresh wineskins. What he's saying here is, there is a new covenant coming. It's a covenant of faith because of the grace of God poured out in Jesus because of God's love. And so with Jesus' sacrifice, sin's no longer an issue. You forget about the old covenant, the covenant of law, and you start embracing the covenant of the love and grace of God that is made so prominently evident in the sacrifice of Jesus. Well, here's the problem. We see it in Luke's account of this. It's Luke chapter 5, and in verse 39 it says this, but no one after drinking old wine wishes for the new, for he says, oh no, the old wine is good enough. Many people today are living a life trying to be good enough for God, hoping to go to heaven when they die. And that is not the deal. We have a new covenant. Whoever the author of Hebrews made that perfectly clear in chapter 8. It's verse 13, and here's what he said. When Jesus said a new covenant, he has made the first one obsolete. And whatever is becoming obsolete and growing old is ready to disappear. The old covenant, the covenant of law, has got to disappear so that we embrace the covenant of the love and grace and truth of God that came to us in His Son Jesus. God bless you who has embraced the gospel, the grace of God, the forgiveness of all your sin, so that now you walk free to be united with Him, growing in your intimacy in everything you do. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. I'll see you then.
Give me Jesus. Give me Jesus.